Welcome to the deep dive. So you know what we're digging into today? That seemingly simple thing about Beyblade clockwise or counterclockwise spin.
Ah, right. It seems basic, but yeah, it definitely sparks some questions, doesn't it?
Totally. And you've sent in questions. We've looked at the material.
Yeah, we've got a good stack on spin direction here. So our mission, I guess, is to clarify it, but also, touch on some of the quirk, even the mistakes.
Okay, quirks and mistakes. Interesting. Let's start with the basics there. How do we actually lay out the core rule for us?
Okay, so imagine you're looking straight down at the Beyblade.
From above.
Right. Top-down view.
Exactly. If it's spinning the same way the hands move on a clock.
Clockwise.
That's your right spin blade. Clockwise equals right spin.
And logically, if it's going the other direction, counterclockwise, from that same top-down view.
That's left spin. Counterclockwise. So yeah, it's purely about how the blade itself is rotating on its own axis.
Not how it's like bouncing around the stadium or anything. Precisely. It's axis rotation. Now, here's where it gets a bit messy, like you mentioned.
Oh.
Well, the source material points out that the anime itself isn't always consistent.
Really? How so?
Characters sometimes just get it wrong. In dialogue, they'll call a spin direction incorrectly. Happens in both Metal Saga and Burst, apparently.
No way. Even the characters mix it up.
Yep. And sometimes the animation itself might show a spin reversed. Could be for, like, dramatic effect, maybe.
Or just an editing slip-up?
Could be. Or maybe just an oversight. And then you've got Beyblades, like Gravity Perseus.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Or Legend Spriggan. They can actually change their spin direction.
Right, so that adds a whole other layer of potential.
Exactly. Throws another wrench in the works if you're just trying to eyeball it mid-battle sometimes.
Okay, so given those inconsistencies, are there any, solid examples, blades that the shows do get right consistently?
Oh, definitely. Think Ginga Storm Pegasus. Yeah, classic right spin, always shown that way, identified correctly. And for left spin, the big one is Ryuga's L-Drago.
L-Drago, yeah. Iconic left spinner.
Almost always portrayed accurately as left spin. So those two are kind of like our reference points,
Okay, good. And we're looking at some diagrams here, obviously. You home can't see them, but just imagine.
Yeah, picture an arrow drawn on top of the Beyblade.
Right. If that arrow curves the way a clock hand moves.
Clockwise, right spin.
And if it curves the other way.
Counterclockwise, left spin. Simple visual cue, really.
In theory, yeah. Now, the sources also mention this isn't just, for looks. Spin direction actually affects the battle.
Absolutely. It hints at how blades collide. Think about it. Two blades spinning the same way hitting each other.
Okay.
Versus two blades spinning in opposite direction. The impact, the way they interact, is going to be different.
Yeah, I can see that. Like how they might deflect or push off each other.
Exactly. Maybe one destabilizes the other more effectively depending on the spin matchup. It's physics, really.
Which actually links nicely to a personal note here. You mentioned you're a fan of L-Drago.
Yeah, guilty. L-Drago Destroy is probably my favorite.
And its whole deal was absorbing spin, stealing power, right?
Precisely. And that ability is directly tied to it being a left spin Beyblade, usually battling against right spin opponents. That opposite spin dynamic is key to how it functions.
So its identity is its spin direction, in a way.
You could definitely say that. It shows spin isn't just a label. It's fundamental to the Beyblade's design, its strategy, its whole character.
Okay, so let's boil it all down then. The absolute key takeaway is that top-down clock analogy.
That's the core rule.
Yep.
Clockwise from above. Right spin?
Counterclockwise from above. Left spin.
Yeah. And even if the show sometimes fumbles it, that's the official logic.
Got it. So a final thought maybe for you listening. Think about how that simple rule, clockwise versus counterclockwise, might actually shape the design and fighting style of different Beyblades you know.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Maybe you'll even look at an actual clock a bit differently now.